Hello all Voltz players and maybe some Minecraft Factory Reloaded guys. Welcome here to our great Las Vegas light show. Yeah. Well, we have to stare at this for a little longer because I want to show you this. It's awesome, isn't it? It's like the old 80s light shows, and to be honest with you, it's exactly the way you will program this. It's exact the way how to make an old school light controller for events and such things, or discos. And yeah, maybe you want to have such a light show on your show, not on the show, sorry, on your server, for showing your server name and whatever. As you can see, it looks kind of awesome. The only problem is when you turn it on, it will severely lag your server or your client. At least it lags my client a lot. But yeah, I like it. Just will have a look at it. It's it's changing the program now. Now we have a sinus, which is actually too fast for the game to react. Now we have a wave. I think it's a sawtooth from the left to the right, and it should change soon from the right to the left. Now it changes. Yeah, it's I like this stuff, and especially this construction, I have to say. I really like it. Now we are bouncing, bing, when you're playing Pong, you could do Pong with it. What also would be possible, but crazy, would you could also do a whole display of it. I will think of that in the next days, and maybe there will be a tutorial or whatever how to do a display. Okay, let's just stay to this light show. So we have 16 channels on our Rednet cable. That makes 16 different channels of lights. For every channel I chose a redstone lamp with 4 redstone lamps, so that's it. Okay, how the heck do you do this? It's very easy. So the main thing is this Rednet controller here. Okay, this is the Demux. As you can see, I've never used that phrase. I have set up 5 different timers, or not timers, waveforms. We have the first, the normal sawtooth, the square timer, this should be a sinus curve, and those are, how does it called? Oh, the other was a triangle. That are the sawtooths, the rising and the falling sawtooth. So that's all 5 waveforms possible. And this construction here is actually choosing which one of the waveforms is used. So we can see here at the moment it's the falling sawtooth, and it will switch every 30 seconds. Now it's switching to the, how does it called? The triangle. Yes, now it's on the waveform. I have a little problem with the waveform, I have to admit, but I will fix that. So okay, regardless of the waveform we have, let's just make it easy for you. Okay, we have a waveform coming on the white channel from this side. We can see it here. So, yeah, looks confusing, and I promise you it will confuse you, and somehow it is confusing, whatever, but it's pretty easy. This input here is for switching the other input on or off. So this input on the left side, on the white channel, is our wave input, and from the back, I put it at the back, we have the switch to make this thing run or not. Just to show you, I'll switch the lever, this thing is working, I'll switch it back, it's all quiet. So what this thing does, it's a Demux. It does decompose. So basically, this thing here. Sorry, I'm very sorry. We need a Rednet meter, yes, to show you that. You have on the Rednet cable, you can have normally levels between 0 and 16, though at least the wave is making it up to 16. You can go higher, but it's not wanted here. So we have values in between here of 1 up to 16. Okay, that's an analog value. That's the analog value of the Rednet controller. So this analog input here is going into our main Demux on the S channel left side. So when our level here is on 2 like now, and you just have to look it up here, when the level of the analog value is 2, it will emit an output on this color, and that's made with all the 16 colors. So it just goes from 0 to 15, and every time it hits one of the matching outputs, it will emit a short signal. So those signals are all going on one cable on the different channels. You know, every color has its own channel on one cable to those here, and these Rednet controllers are just for, that's the wrong one, decomposing. You don't want to make every block the right color. It's a pain in the ass. So I have one Rednet controller that says, okay, if there's coming a signal on the orange channel from the left, I will emit a signal on the right side on the white channel. So you just have to add more Rednet lamps if you want. That's the next trick here, but again, the basic thing, the very heart of this construction is this decomposer or Demux, whatever you call it, which makes out of this analog values, gives them different outputs. Okay, yeah, that's it. So, and just for you to mention, the way I did this here, I think maybe there are better ways, but this is my way. I have 5 generators. Normally it's called oscillator, whatever. Let's just call them wave generator. Is going into a pass-through, a gated pass-through. The trigger for the pass-through is here, the E, the upper one. And here I have a different color again. And here also. So I have for every pass-through a different color. And I made it that way. So we have I explained already the timer. That's exactly what I do here. We have on the first page the timer that gives us whatever, it's 30 seconds. It's or at least I think it's less, 20 seconds I think, whatever. This is speed, how fast this waveform will change. So every 60 ticks this waveform will change, or 120 ticks, I'm sorry, every 120 ticks this waveform will change, because we have a counter internal send which switch back to 0 always when it hits the 5. So in this case we do not use the Q, we use the V, because it's again giving us an analog signal. I cannot show you the signals, I'm sorry for that. Yeah, but when you look at the wave timer video, you will know what I mean. Okay, this is a little bit inconvenient, I have to admit, because it's internal. I cannot show you that. Let's just think. I think. Okay, I don't have any time. I will show you this maybe in the next video. I have to hurry up. Whatever. So, and the last one is again a Demux with the analog value input on vars 2 of the counter. So it gives it or again on the different channels, activating our password.